Hello, people of the internet, and welcome back to War for the Crown Songbird Scion Saboteur. Last we left off, the party had made it to Lotheater, deposited of their troublemaker, and made their way to Anastasia's house, home, mansion, estate, a home of many words, which is in the process of actually being mapped out. I have it set to begin. Definitely not an excuse because I've been procrastinating everything the past week. Where they met Anna's sister properly, had lovely conversations, and were asked to go do grocery shopping. While grocery shopping, Tevide noticed a couple of guards were watching the party. They decided to disguise themselves and sneak around the guards after watching one of the trio, walk away in a separate direction and surprise them by going, "Hey, what you looking at?" And so I made a map. I made a special map of this little situation. There is no dynamic lighting, so everyone should be able to see it despite your tokens not being on the board. But I'm gonna be safe and put everyone's tokens on the board anyways. You're in the ether, you're not here. But rather be safe than sorry, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna move maps to here. And you guys are still in the Whole Foods, the fantasy Whole Foods. So to go back, you sneak behind the guards, the two guards who were watching the fantasy Whole Foods, and hit them with a, "Hey, what are you guys looking at?" To which they definitely both jump a little bit at the sudden voices in their ear. I don't know if you wanted to be this close to them. I just assumed, if you're surprising them, you're probably right up on both of them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So they do jump at the sudden a voice in their head, to which they do kind of take a step back. They, for purposes, they don't actually go into the next square, but they definitely take a step back and turn around to look at you. Actually, maybe the one in front of you who you tap on the shoulder does maybe take a step back to turn around and look at you. And just imagine, it's a busy city, so there are people on the street. I didn't bother putting in a bunch of NPCs, but there are people walking about. And they turn around and they look at you, and they look you up and down. Question for you: How is your meteor hammer displayed?
It is not displayed insofar as I think it would be draped within the gaudy folds of my casual wear to the point of hiding it.
Okay.
If that is something that I'd have to have said before, I'm happy to make a sleight of hand for that.
Yeah, let's do some sleight of hand, and I imagine it would just be an opposed perception to them to see through it.
I believe so. But it is also to hide weapons, so that means I get that extra +2. Wow, okay. Maybe I shouldn't be surprised thematically. That is a 12 on a natural 1.
Oh. Okay, so I think it's more fun to ask you then. How how does it go wrong? Essentially, like how you're trying to hide it, but how is it not hidden?
Um, hmm, I think in like resting a hand on her hip in the you know, the teapot pose with one arm, uh she will inadvertently push out one of the two weights to be hanging like basically parallel with the rest of her body.
Okay.
So she's leaning to one side and the weight has taken advantage of that.
Causing the weapon to show a little bit, which you do notice. Very easy considering how obvious it is. One of the guards does kind of like shoulder the other, and just like openly out loud, um, says to him, "You see that? Isn't that the weapon we were told to look out for?" And then the other guard looks towards you a bit more uh, focused now.
If I may make a charisma check based on that statement.
Sure.
Okay. And I don't even know, I have no idea if it would even work, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm really hoping. Um with disarming flirtation. um
Is equal to 10 plus the target's wisdom modifier.
yeah.
And if it's successful, they. Oh, if it's using combat. Okay.
Yeah.
To
I
letting
assume
you
the DC
speak.
is the same anyway.
And this is this to everyone, or is this just towards one of them?
That's a great, it says a target. I guess that's kind of up to you.
Yeah. So, do you want to have it be the guard who didn't initially notice, or the guard who did notice?
The one who takes it a little more seriously, which I think is the second one, if I'm not mistaken.
The second one is the one who didn't notice. The first one is who nudged and called it out.
Sure.
Which I said he's looking more intently now is because he just got told this is what we're looking for. This is the droid that we're looking for.
Right, right. Well, that is 23.
Yeah, I think that's gonna do it. That is gonna do it. So we'll say this guard here, the top guard. I'll mark him with the broken half heart. Um, you are able to say whatever you say to at least get the quiet attention of him.
Mm-hmm.
The other guard is definitely waiting a moment, or the other guard's definitely still going to ask, like, what are you doing here, or like, what can we do for you? But you do have the attention of the top guard.
Right. Hmm. Interesting.
And like it says, I imagine it's like you say something that quickly disarms the conversation, at least
Mhm.
for the top guard.
Right.
So it's less I have you entranced and more you've said something good enough that he's gonna let you speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I probably like hold up my hold up my hands, in a disarmed way. Not that I am disarmed, but just up. And boys, I'm just here to go to the market. Would you mind telling me who's so suspicious over what did you say it was? Some kind of weapon? Did any of that go through? Okay.
No, I heard. I can't type and speak.
Okay.
I was busy typing. No, that's not how that works. Yeah. See, this is the point in the campaign where I start making all of my characters love the opposite gender. All the male.
That would be so rude. I mean, I guess then I'd have an in with all the ladies, but come on.
Mm-hmm. The top guard would probably be the one to respond, the most receptive, considering. While the guard at the bottom kind of just watches the situation. I got so sidetracked. Can you repeat what you asked him?
Hold on. Basically, I went the route of who exactly was it that asked you to go harassing people about that silly weapon you're talking about?
Let me check something real quick. Just to make sure. Okay, so the top guard is gonna say kind of like while pointing towards the weapon still. And for just for description, they are both clad in let's see here. Does it tell me what type of armor? Yes, they're both clad in chain. You can see both of them have heavy crossbows on their backs, and in their hands, they're both wielding large halberds. And the top guard says, one of our captains has quite an interest in that weapon. Told us to bring in anyone we might see wielding one.
Right. And I'll take a steady step back. Your captain wouldn't happen to go by the name of Charles, would he?
I'm wondering if that would trigger something in them to look at each other.
I don't think at this point I can get off with innocent person. So I'm just trying to get what I can out of this.
If you have sense motive, you want to sense motive?
Yeah, let's do that. Sense motive +8. Aw, 11. Back and forth.
11. I mean, 11 is still good enough to notice that when you ask, does your captain's name happen to be Dragus, the both of them do give a look to each other. and then they look right back at you with the bottom guard kind of getting a tighter grip on his halberd.
Last question, because we don't have all day. How many of you are there in this area? I don't even know if they're gonna answer that. Just how big is your troop,
Let's see something. I need to see something real quick. Um,
I have
I'm
other
gonna
roles.
I'm going to tell you this now. Because I looked it up.
Yes.
They are going to respond. The response is going to be something that would. The response is going to be an attempt to demoralize you.
Okay.
So that the DC of this check is 10 plus the target's hit dice plus the target's wisdom modifier, is what I am rolling to beat.
16.
16. Okay. That is not a 16, nor is it over 16. But the two of them do both kind of like take steps forwards. The way they try to demoralize you and like bring you down a little bit is their response is very much, you ask how many of you are there, and the response is like we're the guard for this town. There's an endless supply of us as long as we're here. And then they kind of encroach in on you with their halberds at the ready. And they do say, you can either come in with us without any issues, or we have a criminal lurking in our alleyways.
Okay. Hmm. I'll take another step to the center of the alleyway, and I'm gonna shout as damsel in distressy as I can, help, these men are attacking me, and then I'm gonna throw the first punch. I'm going
Okay.
to flick, because I imagine having it on my person. I have wound the rope around different parts of my body, and I basically I flick my shin out, and the weight basically flies towards this one.
Which one?
The bottom one, the one that's not interested in me. And if you have questions about that, I do also have quick draw.
Indeed. Can you also roll me a... we're going to roll initiative, first of all.
Yes.
I would also like a...
Oh, let's
I
go.
think I would like a diplomacy.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask for diplomacy.
Diplomacy. That's going to be 27, 28 to humanoids.
Okay. how do I want to do this? Okay, so I'm just gonna speak out my thoughts here. The diplomacy is definitely to get the attention of people. So there may be a crowd that watches what's happening, or there may be people who crowd up and watch what's happening. It is unlikely that they will intervene because this is the city guard.
Sure.
But you do gather a crowd.
Yeah. My main goal with this was, hey, I'm just a wee lass defending herself. That's all. That's mostly what I'm going for.
Yeah. Will that stop them, though? I mean, that's why you always take the bear, right? If you want to get your attack off, you can get your attack off. I'm just gonna roll something in secret, so take your turn.
Okay, so would I assume that this is a surprise round?
Yeah, that's. I mean, the problem is they do know your weapon is there.
They do. Would they have expected the flick?
Probably not. So you can take it. Yes.
Yay! +1 damage. Okay, well, let's see. I've been getting very back and forth rolls, so this one is bound to be low. Or not. That is 22 to hit.
Yes, to the bottom one, correct?
To the uninterested guy, the bottom one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's lame. Found where the low roll went. It went to damage. That is 6 bludgeoning damage as I basically kick up and flick the weight 10 feet away from me in fortress mode because I don't have my armor on. And it smacks that guy in the face.
I forget how surprises work. Does it go back to you, or does it now go to them? Because you're at the top of the initiative anyways.
I think it would go back to me. I'm trying to decipher between the actual rules and the rules that I dealt with for 6 years as a teen. It would definitely skip them during the surprise round and then go back to standard initiative. I just don't remember how it affects me. I think it takes away some of my action on my first turn.
I don't think it would, just by like standard practice of a surprise round, because essentially you're getting one additional round.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I think the only thing you wouldn't well, no, because you would still get like, yeah, I think it would just be a clear start because you would do your surprise round and then you start into initiative.
Definitely. So now I would get a full turn. What happens is on the surprise round, I don't get a full turn. I just get like a standard action.
That makes sense.
That's what it was. Sorry.
Okay. Reading this, it also says if some but not all of the combatants are aware of their opponents, a surprise round happens before regular rounds begin. In initiative order, combatants who started the battle aware of their opponents each take a standard or move action. So they were aware of you.
Okay, that's fine.
So they each still take a standard or a move action. And then it goes back to you.
Got it.
I need to look something up.
I mean, that's totally fair. They were absolutely aware of me.
They may not have been ready for the attack, but they were 100% ready for you to, like, they saw you. They were right in front of them.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to DM Fiat a special.
Alright, so this one's just gonna 5-foot step up to you, and then this one will let's see. No, this one will also he's just gonna full move. He's just gonna move to get right here. So they're both kind of flanking you.
Okay.
Not flanking you, but flanking you. Yes?
I just curious if there is attacks of opportunity during surprise rounds. Honestly, I'll just go with whatever your call is.
It doesn't say anything about it as I'm reading. So I'm going to assume no as I read this currently.
Sure.
But if that, gets read differently in the future, we'll fix that. But it is back to you as both guards move in with their halberds.
Oh, okay. Well, that means we're gonna be trading blows at a distance. I'll take a 5-foot step. That's not relevant anymore. That's not relevant anymore. Swift action. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to look at the same one that I hit before, and I will call out imposingly, she has already sealed your fate, she being my god, of course. And I judge him with, which one? Destruction.
Okay. +1 sacred bonus on all weapon damage rolls.
+2.
+2.
Which is enough for me. So, yes, I am going to stay in Fortress mode because that additional +1 to my AC is going to really matter here when I don't have my armor.
Yep.
Let's see. I begin to wrap the rope around different parts of me, and once again flick the weight forward for a 12 to hit.
That will not do it. They bat it out of the way with their halberd.
Not too surprised. I suppose that would be my turn.
Okay. 5-foot step, and the halberd is being swung. That is a swing and a miss.
Okay.
The other one is going to do the exact same move. That is a 14.
That will just miss because of Fortress mode. Oh my gosh.
Nice. That was some big damage too. The next round, I will let the people in the Whole Foods do some checks to see if they notice a commotion.
Sounds good. I was about to ask. Thank you.
Back to Tavenay.
Okay. Another 5-foot step, and while I'm doing my basically combat dance with the meteor hammer, I'll just say what do I say? What do you mean you're looking for a meteor hammer? Does Jarlis know? Oh my god, that's a natural one.
On an attack?
Yeah, on an attack.
Okay. I still don't have the shit set up, so don't worry about it.
But that's that.
Okay. You know, I love this little dance because to them they're pushing you deeper into the alleyway and away from prying eyes, maybe. So they're gonna keep up the same shtick, 5-foot step, then swing their weapons. I think in response to you, the one who encroaches on you first probably says, "You'll find out soon enough," as the halberd gets swung down for a 16.
Yep.
4 points of damage. And then the other one's gonna do the exact same thing. And miss.
Okay.
Top of the round, the 3 people in the Whole Foods can give me perceptions. I am going to mentally put some negatives on them, so just know I'm doing the math in my head.
Math.
Okay, so here's what we're doing. Anna and Brahm, the two of you are you guys are separated in the Whole Foods. Anna, Brahm, you guys are in different aisles. Maybe, one of you is getting the vegetables, one of you is getting, the frozen goods. Desmond, you maybe have circled back to the front of the Whole Foods, and you can indeed notice that there is a commotion gathering near the alleyway outside and across the street. And through the crowd, you do see... I don't know if you would see Tavenay exactly, but you would definitely see 2 Lothid guards, pushing someone deeper into the alleyway.
No, it couldn't be. No, it would be. Damn it!
And if you want to add yourself to the initiative... you can, but you are still inside the Whole Foods. You are not yet definitively on this map.
Oh, okay. So that's kind of just like a holding spot. I'll move in on next initiative or something.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
Okay. Because I'm the way I'm going to do it is it's going to take you 1 turn to get out here, so on your initiative this round, that will be you getting outside, or running deeper into the Whole Foods to alert the others. Either way. But Tavenay, it is back to you.
They can enjoy this dance as much as they want. I'm gonna get a hit one of these times. Let's see. 18.
That will do it. Which one?
18 on the judged.
The bottom guy.
Judged soldier. Yes. Ooh, okay. For 11 bludgeoning damage. This one probably hits his teeth.
Yeah, you see a tooth fly out of his mouth from behind the helmet. and he just looks at you with like a bloody look of anger on his face, as he, does the same thing, moves in.
After the strike, I just fat chance, assholes.
That's a nat 20 for a 15 to confirm.
Nice, go ahead.
So it does?
Yeah.
You say fat chance, asshole, and he brings the halberd down, slicing directly across your chest for 18 points of damage.
Yikes.
Desmond.
All right. Could you put me where the beginning of my turn would start?
As you run outside, you would start right here.
Okay. So would I still be able to take a move action from here?
So it would, the way, just because of being off map, going onto the map would be your movement, but you can double move.
Okay. Would I be able to sprint? What is that, like 3 times? Or 4 times?
Unless you have a medium or heavy.
Moving 4 times speed is a running pace for a character in light. Let me see something. Yes. Huh.
Okay. Then, I guess if assuming my normal movement speed would put me in that position, would I be able to, like, move 3 times my speed from this location?
Well, let's see. What's your run?
It's times 4.
You have 120 feet of movement. So, subtract 30 from that, and then that's the rest you got.
All right. I think that's 60. Assuming a crowd is gathering here, I would probably consider that 1, 2, 3, 4 squares of difficult terrain, if that's reasonable. Because there's people
I would
here,
say
right?
so.
Okay, so then I could probably make my way here comfortably in a straight line. Does that track?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay, yeah. So I'm going to run through, and I'm going to say, "Stand aside, noble coming through!" And, like, I'll kind of push and jostle them, and, like, making my way out to the clearing and seeing that Tavene has been, like, slashed pretty substantially. I'm going to end my turn here, and I already used my standard action. Is talking a free action, or is it like a swift action?
The talking is free.
Okay. I'm going to say, we are honored guests at Low Theater. You will stop this pointless assault.
Okay. Understood.
And then I'll say that out loud so that the people also hear this. I'm going to help build a narrative with Tay.
Mm-hmm. Understood. So, okay, let me look at something. Okay. This soldier he sees you run up, hears you say that, and kind of has like a "Who the hell's are you?" moment, and then hears you say that, and says, kind of seeing how deep they're in already, goes, "Oh, that doesn't matter now. We answer to someone higher than Lothid," and he's gonna take that 5-foot step and say to his fellow guard, "Just finish her off," and he's gonna swing towards Tevene.
Okay.
That is an 11.
Okay, I step back from that.
And it is your go.
I'll swift. I believe it's swift. Swap. Drop my fortress mode and bring the strings, or the rope back to me in meteor mode, and then I will strike twice.
At the judged guy?
Mm-hmm. Oh, what is my crit range? It's just 20. Okay, that's fine. It's 23 on the first strike.
Yep.
And a natural 20 on the second.
Okay.
For a 14 to confirm.
Does not.
Okay, so 2 standard hits.
Mm-hmm.
So 2d8 plus 8. 18 across the 2 strikes.
18 damage. Okay.
And I will take a 5-foot step this way.
Interesting. Okay. I need to see something here.
I am gritting my teeth at this point, but there is a perturbance in, like, my expression that goes beyond just being in severe pain. Because whether I like it or not, I am also in severe pain.
Yes, of course. I need to read something here real quick. All right. This guy is just gonna keep going and swing on you, Tave.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 25. For purposes of this, I'm not going to tell you damage number. You're just down.
Assuming it's more than 4 or more than 5.
Yes, that's why I'm saying. I'm not going to tell you the damage number. You're just down. Because I can see your HP and I know the damage that I rolled. And he is going to... Yeah, 5-foot step there. Desmond.
I think if they look at me, they're gonna see that I'm unarmed. So I'm going to try to take advantage of that, and I'm going to use empty threats, but I kind of want to role play out.
Sure.
It basically lets me bluff to intimidate, and I'm going to say, I'm trying to remember the guy in my backstory. What's his name? Pythagoras?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to step over here and say, I highly doubt that your authority will exceed that of Pythagoras.
Yeah,
Now stand
Maxillar.
Maxillar.
I can get his name for you.
Maybe it's under my old
Pythagoras.
High Strategos Maxillar Pytharius.
That's it. There it is. Yep, I just found it in my old notes too. Okay, I highly doubt that your authority exceeds the authority of Maxillar Pytharius. Now stand down and leave.
Okay. Try what you are trying.
All right.
Okay, I'm just waiting on something. I gotta figure something out here.
Yeah, you're good.
Sorry, just figuring out something to make this scene make sense, considering what I know. Okay. So... Yeah, okay, so here's what's gonna happen. You did get a high roll. It was a really good roll, but due to things that will probably give something away as I do this, they do both look at each other, then look back at you, and the guy in front of you, says, "Oh, we're leaving, all right, but we're taking her with us." And then he, shoulders the other guard and says, "You distract the noble." As,
okay.
Is that all you want to do?
I mean, yeah, it's an action, and they are demoralized.
Okay. So this guard is gonna move here, and kind of with one arm, still holding out his halberd, is going to grab Tave by the arm and then lift her into a fireman's carry over his shoulder. And I'm just gonna kind of do this.
Okay.
As they then go. Yeah, they begin moving down and back towards the street. Taven, I already said, you're, for purposes of right now, you're not dying or anything. You're just out. and you are currently being dragged. This guard is going to turn around. He does look hurt. The blows, he's still missing a tooth. And he turns around and he'll take a 5-foot step and kind of hold out his halberd towards you in like a don't go any further manner and say, I wouldn't recommend it. You may say what you say, noble, but we have our own orders. And he's not going to swing on you, but he is holding out his halberd to you as it comes to your turn. When we get back to Tavenay, I'll let Brahm and Anna do their perceptions again.
Okay. I'm going to take a 5-foot step back, use a move action to gather energy, and I'm going to blast this guy.
Understood.
And this will be a focus blast, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead and roll for that. So with the focus blast, that's a 16 against his touch AC.
That will do it.
All right. That's 11 cold. I forget if it does something else. Nope, that it just makes me more accurate. Good.
Okay. You send out this blast, and the ice starts growing, like splintering from the center of his chest as he falls down. Boom.
I said stop.
This soldier is gonna keep moving. And for purposes, he is now off the map. But I will keep him here. He is 5 feet off the map.
Okay.
Tavenay, you're still out, but Brahm and Anna, you guys can do your perceptions again. Anna, you notice that there's a commotion outside. You don't see the guard running off with Tavenay, but you do see there is a crowd forming that has kind of now been split up, and you do see a guard across the street with an icicle out of their chest, and Desmond opposed him. So you're not entirely sure what happened, but you definitely see the dead body of a Lothid guard.
Lovely. I'm assuming I'm at the checkout line now with Brahm, probably.
I'll say yes, but you can have Brahm with you, but due to Brahm's perception, he's still a bit distracted, so he's not going to be able to run out directly this upcoming turn.
That's totally fine, because what I want to do is I want to turn to Brahm and say, I think I spotted Desmond, and it doesn't look good. Can you pay for the things, and I will be right back, and I will, shove the purse, the, coin purse at him, and just not even wait for an answer. I'll just take off, heading outside.
Sure. So how much is it?
It's the exact amount that's in the pouch.
Oh no, I'm asking the cashier.
Oh, sorry.
You get an answer. Anna, roll me your initiative, please.
Sure. Hot damn.
Okay. So just like before, just like with Desmond, it will take your initial movement to get onto the map. So your turn here is getting to the map.
Got it.
But I think now you would definitely, now that you're outside and in this square, you would definitely see more of the picture as you look around wondering what's happened. You do see a guard making off down the block with Tavene on his shoulder. Would you like to give me another perception, please?
I would love to. Oh, that's initiative. My bad.
I will fix that.
Heck yeah, 20. Dirty 20.
Further down the street, as you see this guard making way, you see a couple of other guards. A couple of the Lothid guards are walking down the street. You see at least maybe 3 of them walking down the street in this direction from this way. In the same way the guard is running, but towards.
Okay, does it look like he is going to diverge away from the guards that are coming up? Or does he look like he's heading straight to them? Like, does he look like he's looking for a back alleyway to jump onto?
It looks like he's running directly straight towards them. But that would be your turn.
Alrighty.
Desmond.
The thing to do would be to double move. So it's 45 to get here, and another 15 to basically be 10 feet behind the guy. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
So that is you then?
I think so. That used up my standard action and my move. I don't think I have anything else. I guess I can just throw up my Shroud of Water as a Swift. So I guess I'll do that. This feels like it might get kind of messy. Or, well, not my Shroud of Water, my Veil of Mist. No, I had it right. Okay, yeah, Shroud of Water. So I've got my AC up.
Okay. This soldier is just going to spend his entire turn sprinting and running. The 2 of you are able to notice that as he passes the other guards, for purposes I'm going to remove these 2 from the board. As you guys see him, both you, Desmond and Anna, both of you notice as he passes by the trio of other guards, you do notice the head guard kind of like pat him on the back as he continues running, as they continue walking up.
I guess it might be worth asking, but like, I'm guessing the people gathering is negligible at this point.
Yes, they've seen what has happened, because just like with, as I said to June, they're watching it, but not a soul is going to dare to take action against the Lothid guard.
Okay, and then this guard is still moving at like 120 feet despite carrying Tavene, who has like plate mail armor.
She has no armor.
Oh, okay, so an extra... I'm not gonna guess a lady's weight, but he's still moving full speed and no encumbrance.
Yes, because DM says so.
Okay. Alright, I just needed to know what I'm working with.
Yeah, no, he is, for purposes of this current situation, they're gone. They are gone. And you have a trio of other guards walking up to the situation.
Okay. I understand. DM instructions. Should we move our tokens up so that you can put the 3 tokens up on the street? So it's kind of like a continuous street view.
Yeah, sure. I'll kind of like. It's kind of gonna be like. I mean, they're gonna approach. I'll probably just put you there.
Okay.
I will. I'm going to stay in initiative, but I am going to turn off the fight music. And I'm going to put the trio of guards on the map. They are not here yet, but they are approaching. Which does bring us to Anna. I will roll initiative for them. Sure. Okay. Let's see, I'm gonna see something here. Okay. Roll me. So we're gonna also just put you off map. I'm just gonna put you like in this back alleyway, but for sakes of everything, or actually down here makes more sense. You're off map. You run through the alleyway. You're taking alleyways.
Sure.
Run me a perception, please.
Oh, damn.
Okay. So I'm gonna be nice because we're doing this a bit differently. You know what? For the drama, I will put on the fight music again. This is an entirely different scenario. This is unique. You're sprinting after him. You're using all of your movement, right?
Yep.
Roll me it 2 more times, please.
Would you take a knowledge local instead of a perception?
So the knowledge local would be to figure out your way around, but because you're here, the perception is to spot him, to see if you can spot him as you're moving through the city.
Got it. Okay, got it. So here's what is the second one? 26. And the third one.
And then that will help, but yeah, roll me the third.
10.
Okay. So the 9 at first you're running around, you're running in the direction he was running, but it's hard to find out, you can't exactly see him. I'm going to say with the combination of 26 and 10, the 10's not going to make you lose him. I will say that 26 is good enough to kind of make up for the 10, and you're able to at least see him. You're still a ways away from him. So you're not directly on him, but actually, you know what? I know what the 10 will be for. So with the 26, you are able to see him and kind of begin running, behind him a ways. The 10 is to tell that he is running in the direction of Songbird Manor, which is the estate of Count Lothied.
Got it.
Which brings us to Desmond. As the trio of soldiers begin approaching, you do see them begin to take like the stance of like, everything's fine here, folks. Just disperse. Nothing to see.
I think I'll walk up to them with my arms crossed. And my intent here is to just buy time for Braum to also come out. And then we can kind of decide from there. Because Desmond against 3 guards on his own probably isn't a good idea. But he can lie, so it seems there are orders that have gone above my head, and it seems that there is some sort of business involving the Lothieder Guard that does not answer to the Lothieder authority. You mind filling me in on what's going on? And I'll say it loud enough such that like people who are listening can probably spread gossip if they wanted to.
Okay. Let me see something here. Okay. They, as it kind of goes to them, they again kind of like approach and take the stance. This one meets you directly. You see two of them are wielding their halberds. These two have their halberds. The one off to the side has a crossbow in hand. As the one in front of you kind of steps up to you and says, no, I don't think I will. This is official guard business. Nothing to concern the likes of yourself. And as this conversation is kind of going back and forth, whatever you respond with, Brahm is now about the time, I will say, you walk outside with 7 grocery bags. And you can roll yourself initiative for me. Okay. Anna, you would have noticed that the guard is still very much running towards the Lothheed estate. Are you still running to follow? Okay.
And if given an opportunity, my goal would be to try to cut him off.
Okay. The problem is he's ahead of you by a significant amount. So what do I want here? What do I want here? Okay. I think the way I'm going to rule this, for interesting reasons, is I'm going to blatantly say you're not going to be able to cut him off. He is very much ahead of you, but I will allow you, if you want, to roll me. Let me look at your skills here. If you want to roll me either a straight strength or a straight dexterity to catch up enough to see where he's going. As in, he's I'm going to just flat out say he's going to make it within the gates of Songbird Manor, but this will be enough to catch up enough to see where he's taking Tevene.
Perfect. Yeah, I will definitely take that. I'll do a strength.
Okay.
Damn it.
Dang. Do I want to be nice about this? I'm gonna do something random just because, listen, rule of cool, you know what I mean? No matter the system, you're in a game ran by me, I do cool shit because I love my players. I'm gonna take a lesson from Call of Cthulhu. If you want to roll again and push it, you can, but if you get below a certain number again, you're not seeing shit.
Sure. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll push. Okay, that's better.
Okay.
A heck of a lot better.
So as you kind of feel yourself starting to get breathy and feel that pain in your chest from running so much, which you notice the guard is likely feeling as well, especially carrying someone. But they have orders and they're pushing through just like you are. You are able to make it to a decent enough position where you're not directly at the gates of Songbird Manor, but you are able to see the guard kind of go through a side entrance, like a side gate, and down a set of stairs into almost like a cellar. You see him run in, unlatch a cellar. He like throws down his halberd at the side of the cellar doors, and he walks into a cellar and then closes the door.
Got it. Okay.
All right. Desmond.
These guys look like they're just posted up, right? Like, I just can't get any further. That's their intent, right?
So their intent is to clear the scene. If you do try moving past them, they would kind of like try and push you back. Like, not directly push you, but they are trying to corral you backwards so that they can get to the alleyway and like they're basically trying to clear everyone. They're not going to let anyone pass them, and they're trying to clear them. They're trying to clear you out.
Okay. Then, push when pulled, pull when pushed, kind of thing. I'm going to kind of be one step ahead of them, and I will move to here. So they clearly see, okay, he's making space, he's backing off, but I'm calling Braum over to me. And I'm saying, the guard just violently attacked and kidnapped Tavene. I can hold those bags for you if that would make things a little easier for you.
Braum is visibly confused, like, what? I'm just gonna look for a place where I can just set down the groceries. Then I guess I don't know. Maybe I'll set the groceries like right here or something. Then I guess I'll just step next to Desmond. It's like, what do you want to do about these guys?
They attacked first. What do you think? I'm not about to let them take Tavene for no reason.
I guess I will unlatch the straps that are holding my hammer or my sledgehammer, and I'm gonna go ahead and have it on at my sides. Like, I'll follow your lead.
All right. I don't know how many of the initiatives you want that RP to take, but if
I would
rules
say
allows,
some of the guards would have approached further, kind of like doing the like pushing all the civilians back. This is nothing to see here. Go on with your day. For purposes of this map, there's no quote-unquote difficult terrain. A lot of these civilians have dispersed. There are still people watching and walking, but this main little avenue are no longer filled with people. And this guard probably would have gone about here. When Braum does unlatch the hammer and take it out, you would notice that they do kind of get a bit more defensive, and the guard with the crossbow does train it towards Braum with a don't do it, buddy, just get out of here and nothing will happen type stance.
Did he just... Is that just like the gesture he's giving to me, or did he just say that to me?
They have their weapons at the ready, but they would definitely say, listen, I wouldn't do it. Just disperse. This is guard business. You don't need to involve yourself. This is city business.
So abducting my comrade is city business then, for no reason. As I step, I guess another 5 foot forward.
Okay,
right,
so
where
at
do you
this
want
point,
us
we're
to-
definitely... You can stay where you are. At this point, we're definitively going to be in combat. I think. The guards would, the lead guard would kind of respond with... Well, when a violent criminal's on our streets, we take matters into our own hands to remove them. Which would cycle back to Anna. You saw the goings on. You don't know what's happening back in front of the Whole Foods. What would you like to do?
Alrighty, so I think I am going to... taking a look around, do I see any other guards in this area?
You would definitely see patrolling guards. There are also definitely, there are the guards out front of the Songbird Manor. There are definitely groups of patrolling guards. You probably see a group of 2, patrolling the street.
Is there enough break in between the viewage that I could slip in and get into that area without getting caught?
Into the gates of Songbird, or
into the little drop area that he went into, the cellar area.
Oh, okay. You would have to sneak into the gates of Songbird. Give me a stealth.
I'm gonna whisper you a question. Hold on.
Sure. I love whispers. Usually I'm the one doing them.
I'm gonna blah 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 blah. What did you say?
There you go.
Okay. 25.
Okay. You are able to find a little hole in the patrols of the guards around Songbird. You are indeed able to make it up to the little cellar doorway. Let's see here. Ooh, this is very fun, actually.
Is there bushes that I can hang out in before I jump out? Because I would like to do one thing.
Sure.
Cool. I'd like to pull on my disguise gloves and change my outfit to matching the guards' traditional wear.
Okay, so chainmail, the symbol of Lothid, helmet. Is that how that works?
Yep.
Okay. You do so. You can take the time. Is it instantaneous? How does it work?
I can choose to transform my appearance of my current garments into any other non-magical set of clothing.
Okay, so would probably be instantaneous.
Yeah.
You are able to do so, and I'll say with this turn, you can indeed get to the cellar door. We are going to go back to the street now, outside Whole Food.
Can I say that I pick up the halberd? That's the only other thing that I want to add to that. Cool. So as I get to the door, I pick up the halberd, and then we can jump to the street.
Desmond, the guards are taking a stance. They weren't taking a stance of I'm gonna attack you previously, but when they did see Braum unlatch and take out the hammer, they do have their weapons up. They have warned you to leave, but they do have the stance of if you come further or do anything, we're going to attack.
Oh. That's fair. It's funny that you would warn people that you were attacking yourself. And I'm going to use move action enhance think it's called Entangling Infusion. Yep. So I'm going to use one of those against the guy on the left. This guy.
All right.
$13 against touch.
That will do it.
Cool. So 11, and he is now entangled for 1 minute, and he can remove it as
Okay.
a standard action if he wants, with a DC against my kinetic blast. Once we get
Alright.
into it.
An entangled creature moves and half speed, cannot run or charge, and takes a -2 penalty on all attack rolls, and a -4 penalty to dexterity.
And then 5-foot step over here. All done.
Okay. This guy... Successful escape artist or strength. He will try. What is the DC? What do I
Desmond?
need to beat? Did something happen over in Mackenzie and Zero Land?
Oh, I thought I was talking. I'm so sorry. The D20 SRD just died. So I am scrambling to get back to where I was.
Lovely.
Okay. It seems to be back now. Why is there... Okay. DC of talents is 10 plus half my level, so plus 2 plus charisma for me. So that will be a 15.
Okay. So he's going to try and break out of it, and does not. Let me see something here. Okay, that is going to be his, yeah, that's going to be his go. This guy's going to 5 here to swing on Brahm, which misses. Brahm, you're up.
I suppose as my guy just spends little effort to dodge the attack, I'm just gonna look at him and say, "My turn," as I swing my sledgehammer.
You miss. You go to swing, but he just kind of parries it with the tip of the halberd, and you slam into the street instead.
I'm going to ask. Okay, I guess before my turn ends, I'm gonna go ahead and spend a swift action to. I'm gonna go activate Sacred Weapon and give my weapon a +1.
Okay. This guy's gonna fire a bolt at you, Brahm. And miss as well. Anna, we're gonna do a few rounds of combat before we get back to you. So that goes to Desmond.
Okay. Okay. I think I'm going to try to freeze. Yeah. I'll freeze this guy next. Oh, I don't know about that one.
That
it's
will
what?
not do it.
Okay. That's just how it goes.
Okay. This guy is gonna try and break out again. And doesn't. So he's gonna try something new on his next turn. This guy is going to try and swing again on Braum for a miss. Back to Braum. Nope.
Do you only swing once, Brom?
How do I check where my
Does your attack have like a slash on it anywhere, or is it like a +5 plus your modifier, and there's like no additional attack? Do additional attacks
Oh,
come
it's
at
How are
level
you
6?
guys?
It's at level 6 we gain an additional attack, isn't it?
It's at base attack bonus +6.
Okay,
yeah, I don't have that.
wanted to make sure. Okay.
Okay. Anyway, a 12.5 hit.
All right. This soldier is going to change targets and aim his crossbow towards Desmond for a miss. Okay, we'll go to Anna. Anna, you're at the little cellar door. What would you like to do?
Oh, I'm going in for sure. Dressed as a guard.
Would you like to give me a perception first?
Sure. Perception. 13.
I'm just gonna roll something real quick. As you're settling up to the cellar door, the first thing you notice is that it is locked. You tug on it, but there is no movement. The second thing you notice is from off to your side towards the entrance of the gate, like towards Songbird Manor, you can see a trio of guards begin running down the street towards the Whole Foods. Or in the direction of the Whole Foods.
Okay. Does that leave this area pretty unattended to?
You do still see guards making their patrols, but the area you're currently in does seem to be pretty empty.
Okay. In what I had whispered to you before, would I know another way in?
You can count about 50 bajillion windows in this place.
Not a way in there, not a way inside the building, a way in down there.
Your family have likely been into Birdsong Palace before. Probably on your end, maybe begrudgingly. You know, inside the palace itself, there are definitely stairs down. You're not entirely sure if there's another cellar door or if this is the only one. Give me a knowledge local.
Sure. And I guess while I'm doing that, my next question would be, does it look like it's locked from the outside or the inside?
Inside. Okay, so you know there is definitely another cellar door on the other side of the building. You do also know that there are definitely stairs inside the building that would lead down as well. The cellar doors are just ease of access from the outside.
Okay. Trying to think. Hold on, let me read something real fast. Okay, this is a little silly. But can I sleight of hand to do a somatic spell?
Okay, what are you wanting to do here? You
Okay.
can. Yeah. Okay. Just tell me what you're trying to do.
So here's the process. I want to use Mage Hand to stick a finger in the keyhole, pull it out to mimic the key shape, and then use Prestidigitation to create a key and unlock it. And I will roll sleight of hand on both those spells to see if I can get away with it without getting caught.
Okay. Fuck it. Yeah, I'll allow it.
Sure, cool. Alright, here's the first sleight of hand. An 18 to cast Mage Hand.
Okay. I'm gonna roll one singular perception. Okay. As you're doing this, roll the second one.
Okay. And then sleight of hand to create a key that would match the finger of my Mage Hand in my palm. 15.
15. Oh, okay. Roll me a stealth, please.
Sure. Same bonus as before?
Yeah.
Okay. 16. Rolling shit tonight.
Okay. As you do this, you do hear the sounds of the clinking of armor getting closer to you, but you are able to create the key, unlock it, dip into the darkness of the cellar, and close it just as you hear a guard round the corner.
Awesome. I will relatch it as fast as I can before the key disappears.
And you do so, and you are now in the cellar. You do see that there's very dim light. There's a few candles that lit up this, like wine cellar. It's a bit big. There are multiple rooms to this place. And I will ask you for a perception on your next turn.
Sure.
Desmond, you're up.
All right. Not gonna say anything. Same target.
Okay.
Same infusion. Boom. There
That
we go.
will do it. Alrighty. Alright, and that is all?
Yeah. The power up takes up my move action, and the standard action is my blast.
Okay. This guard is just gonna take his halberd and swing at the ice around his feet. It says the HP of the entanglement is double your kineticist level, but is there it says the matter has hardness 0. Is there an armor class, or does it just hit?
Oh, hardness is just like it shaves damage.
Oh, I
off the
know.
top.
I'm aware that I'm asking if there's a armor class to it,
Oh,
or if the attack just hits.
that's a good question.
Because the
don't
ability
know.
doesn't say there's an armor class, so if it doesn't say, I'm going to assume it just hits.
It doesn't say.
Alright, so I'm just going to assume it hits. So he's going to take his
And-
halberd and swing down at the ice. He does swing into it, and you begin to see it cracking a little bit, but that will be his go. This soldier is gonna, again, continue trying to swing on Brahm, which is a miss. Brahm, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna call upon my blessing to give me a +2 to my attack rolls. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead
Okay.
and swing.
That will hit.
Yep. Okay. 17 damage.
17. Okay. You slam into the chest, and you can hear the clanging of the chainmail as bits of it drop, and he takes this blow. This soldier is frozen. He takes a -2 penalty on attack rolls, so he is just going to try and fire a crossbow bolt at Brahm and a -2, which will miss, just goes far. That's one round. Anna, just like before, we're just going to do the rounds of combat, 2 rounds of combat, and then we'll go to you. So we'll do 2 rounds of combat, go to you, 2 rounds of combat, go to you. Desmond, do you want to roll me a perception?
Yeah, sure. Oh, geez.
You see another trio of guards far away begin running up the street. 2 of them are holding crossbows, 1 of them is holding a halberd, and they are running in this direction.
Oh, damn. How far away are they?
They will be here at the top of the next turn.
Weighing my options. Okay. I mean, witnesses is bad. If things start going south, then I'll start telling Brahm to run. But in the meantime, let's see if we can finish off this trio. Okay.
All right.
I'm going to try to make another attack on this one who has done damage to his ice.
Okay.
Apparently oh, well, he got -4 to his dexterity.
Yes. I think, yeah, that will do it.
Okay. So another 13 cold.
Okay.
And then his ice is reapplied. And then I'm
All
gonna take a
right.
step this way.
So it has 15 health now or 10?
I wouldn't say it's stacked. It probably just goes back to 10.
Okay.
I think if it's stacked, that's kind of excessive.
Yeah. Okay, so that is fair then. Frustrated, he is tired of this. He's gonna try and swing down again to break out. He brings his halberd down, and the ice around his feet shatters. I'm just gonna say he only has a 5-foot move left, so I'm just gonna say, he's just gonna move a bit closer.
Okay.
very frustrated, aiming his halberd down at you. This soldier is gonna again try to swing on Brahm. That is a 26 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Only 2 damage though.
Okay.
And it is your turn, Brahm.
Okay. I'm gonna take a 5-foot step over here. And I'm gonna go call upon my blessing again as I strike this guy down.
That hits. For 10. Alrighty. This guy... let's see. You can drop a weapon and take out a weapon in the same turn, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
I say
takes
yeah
a
as if
move
I'm
action.
confirming that for myself. Okay.
Takes a move action on the second part.
Okay, so he's going to drop his crossbow, move action to take out the halberd, and then try and smash the ice. So he does connect the ice. You know, he rips 1 foot free, but he's still a little bit stuck. So that was 2 rounds. I am going to do something here. They are not in combat yet, but you guys do see the trio arrive. Anna, you are in the cellar.
Yep.
You can see the dim light. It's like a wine cellar. Do you want to roll me perception?
Sure. $22.
As you're kind of walking through the cellar, you can hear from behind a closed door voices. A duo of voices. They're kind of having a conversation back and forth. And you catch the middle of it. And you hear 2 people saying, you hear one person saying, all that's left now is to wait for the boss to get down here. I'm amazed you ran that far. And you hear another voice, you know, out of breath, breathy. Yeah. You know, I would have said no to this, but the money's just too good to pass up. It's not every day you get paid from someone as rich as him, you know? Not even Lothheed pays us that good. And then you kind of hear, you know, the conversation kind of goes back to, like, muffled behind the door.
All right. Looking around, does it look like there's anywhere else that she could have been brought to, or is it pretty easy to deduce that this is the only direction that she would have gone?
With your perception, I'm gonna say you do see droplets of blood leading towards the doorway with the voices.
Awesome. Okay. I'm going to suit up.
Okay.
I am gonna cast. This is what I would like to accomplish before I kick open the door for a surprise round. I'd like to cast Mage Armor on myself, shield, and then I want to change my clothes to be in all black attire, but I want the fit to look like I'm a man.
Okay. Understood. You can do so. Before we go into your special encounter, we're gonna go back to the street. But you can suit up.
Awesome.
You know, we kind of, if this is a scene in a movie, you know, this is the cliffhanger. We fade to black as you boot in the door. Desmond, You see another trio of soldiers begin running down the street, and they are officially here.
Alright, well, let's show them something cool. I'm going to use Focus Blast on the guy that Brahm has been beating the shit out of, and hopefully I can
Okay.
finish that so we can land more solid damage on the guy to his left.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's do Cold Blast.
That
that is
will-
an 11.
An 11?
Yeah.
Because of your...
Yeah, because I
okay.
did Focus Blast.
That will drop him.
Alright. Neat.
And that is your go?
That is my go.
Okay. This soldier is the one with the halberd. And he's gonna get right here and swing. That is a 22 to hit.
Yep, it's
11 points of damage.
Okay.
This guy next to you is going to keep trying to do the same thing, which misses. Brahm, you see again, a trio of more guards run up, and it is your turn.
Alright. I will go ahead and swing at this guy then.
All right. That will hit for 12. He is looking very rough. This guy will swing down on the ice again and shatter it, and he'll just go right here. Anna, again, 2 rounds of combat, then we'll get back to you. This guy's going to go right there and fire a bolt at Desmond, which will miss. This guy's going to and fire a bolt at Brahm, which will also miss. Desmond.
Alright. I'm going to try to put this guy down. Another Focus Blast.
And you can see Brahm has taken some very heavy cuts across his body.
Yeah. I think the halberds are kind of bad news. So let's get this Cold Blast in here for another 15.
That will drop him. Alright. This soldier, unwavering, is going to swing the halberd at Brahm with a miss. Brahm, your turn.
Right, swing. I'm gonna go ahead and swing at this guy next to me.
That will hit for 18. Alrighty.
Right.
It-
Yep, that's my turn.
Alright, this guy's gonna run up and try to do the same thing. That is a 24 to hit you for 5 points of damage. I think that was 1 round, so on the next go, we'll be back to you, Anna. This Lothid soldier is going to go right there and then fire another bolt at you, Desmond. That is a natural 20 for a 22 to confirm.
Okay, that does confirm.
You get hit by a bolt in your shoulder for 9 points of damage. This guy is going to boom, 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 and take a shot at Brahm again for a miss. Desmond.
All right. I think. Is it easy to tell which of these guys is worse off?
You can definitely tell this guy is bleeding the most from the concussive swings.
Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to empower my kinetic blast, which just multiplies the damage by 1.5, right? As if using the maximize spell. I think it just multiplies my damage by 1.5. So let's see if I can help take him down.
Okay.
Wait, that's an empowered blast. So my form, I can still do focus blast. Okay, so I'm gonna do both of those since they only cost 2 total.
Okay.
I should have been doing that this whole time, but you know, lessons learned. Okay. 12.
That will do it.
Okay. And then 15 multiplied by 1.5 is 22, eliminating any rounding.
Okay, that will drop him. Brahm, you are up.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and end a charge of my fervor to turn one of my spells into a swift action instead. I'm gonna go ahead and cast heal on myself,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna go ahead and swing at that guy.
That would. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. If you're doing a spell in, because you said you're doing a spell in melee, that incurs an attack of opportunity, right?
It would.
Right.
Okay, so if you are doing that, he is going to swing at you. For a 19 to hit.
It does not hit.
Okay.
Okay,
So
and then
you do hit him as well.
and that's my turn.
Okay. And what are you casting again?
A shield.
Shield, okay. Okay, so his turn. He is going to try and swing on you. Which misses. Anna, I sent you a message, and depending on your response, and the response of one other person will determine where this goes. Not that's you. That's I copy paste. You know what I meant to the other person.
I wonder who the other person is.
Answer sent.
Okay. So what is going to happen is I don't know why I'm being dramatic. It's English. Just speak English, dude. We are going to call our session there.
Damn it.
We're going to call our session there. And our next session, whether it be our next true session or maybe we find some time in between, is going to be kind of session 41 and a half as we're gonna take a little journey. Can I, dang it, shrink the text, man. This is embarrassing.
Maybe-
This is mid
Maybe just 41A.
There
and
we go.
41B. Oh, okay, that works.
session 41 and a half as again, whether it's our next true session or our or sometime in between, but we're gonna have a special session with just Havenay and Anna as we delve into the cellar of Birdsong. While the two boys are fighting on the streets, Anna is breaking into the cellar to find Tavenay. We'll find out what happens what happens with the girls in session 41 and a half, and then be back for a true everyone meets back up again, maybe, in session 42. So, I don't know when that will be, but that is our session.
Nice.
And for now, everybody say goodbye to YouTube.
Bye.
Bye, YouTube!
Bye, YouTube. Happy dungeon, everyone. And pie.
As always, good pie and stay sweet, everyone.